that, why are you doing this? And then you decided that, hey, maybe I shouldn't do that. But deep down inside you, like, this is really who I am. So sometimes we kind of conform to other people's expectations of who we should be and how we should act and what we should do, and before you know it, you've lost yourself. You no longer recognize yourself, and
Go ahead.
you no
'Cause
longer
they can see you right
know
here.
how to be, as you want to say, naked.
But naked. But naked. That is what I say. All right, I got to go over here. Y'all tuned in right there.
So
There you go. Now you can bag up or whatever you need to do. Y'all just sitting here and I give a proper introduction if we need to. My wife been going. She already been killing the game about being naked. Still wearing all these clothes on the mind. You got the clothes mind and afraid to get naked. But that's all right. We gonna go there today. We gonna take it off. We gonna take off your hat. We gonna take off your hat. Take off your clothes. Open up your mind. Butt naked in my sleeping bag. Butt naked in my mind. Butt naked in my sleeping bag. When I'm sleeping at night, my mind is wide open. I dream. I think. I visualize. We're going to get free in our mind. Okay. Hey, what's going on, world? It's me again, Ethan Smith, a.k.a. Mr. P.I.E.N. Another soulful Saturday session of Expression Sessions, man. Me and my beautiful co-host, the lovely Kiki, again. Hey to the people, Kiki.
hey to the people.
We seem like we so close.
Oh, that's because we're leaning on the table. Normally we don't lean on the table.
Lean with it, rock with it now. I got to get up in here. I got to get the crud out my eye. All right, we're going to get into this thing. Why are people afraid to be naked? Why do you think people are afraid to be naked? And what does naked even mean? What does it mean to be naked? And you have to forgive me.
Transparency.
Yeah, that's a good one. Transparency. What else when you think naked? Because you know me, I have to have that dictionary, that Google definition dictionary. But transparency is one. Naked, I would say free. What else would you say for naked?
That's really all I got. That's what I think about when.
Okay, so it say of a person or a part of the body without clothes, naked without clothes, butt naked without clothes. And number two, or something such as feelings or behavior, undisguised, blatant, out in the open. Don't God say something about come before my throne boldly? Like, that ain't blatantly, but boldly, like blatantly, like, yo, that's blatant statement. That's rough.
I think that's a little different. That's if
Okay.
you go to God and you have a request, come boldly with it. Don't
Well, yeah,
come like,
come
well,
in-
God, if it be in your will, can you just help me? Like, no, God, your word says I am healed. So therefore, I'm standing on your word that I am healed, even though something may be attacking my body. I'm coming boldly. I'm not coming asking God to heal me. I'm like, no, I am healed. Your Bible says by his stripes I was healed, which means I am healed. So I come to his throne boldly.
Okay, but when you come boldly, do they come naked? I don't care how bold you come if you don't come naked. Like, people go to the therapist boldly. We ready to change. They go boldly, but they don't be as naked. They don't be transparent. We want to talk on the surface. We want to keep our blouse on, okay? We want to keep our blouse on and we expect people to help us. And sometimes when we go to God boldly, like I went to God boldly. God, I want my marriage. You know I want to be right. But I was afraid to be naked and talk about how I couldn't have my marriage right because as a man, it was some things I needed to share with him. It was some things I needed to grow from. So you can come boldly, but if you're not coming naked, if you're not coming open-minded, if you're not coming free, if you're not coming ready to learn and grow and move forward, like to be exposed, then why go bold? And I get it why people, I guess, afraid to be naked because of what other people think. And you said this earlier about conforming. His word said, I say it all the time, do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind.
Right.
And you go back further in the scripture, not getting super religious, but when God was looking for Adam, and he was like, who told you was naked? What'd you put clothes on for? And who told you was weak? Who told you couldn't do it? Like, you was naked. Your mind believed you could do whatever. God birthed that in you. But somebody started telling you was naked. Somebody started telling you was smart and you couldn't do that. And you stopped being naked, right? So that's probably why people are afraid. But how do you get past that when you understand that naked I came, naked I go? And it might not be physically naked that you leave. They dress you up and put clothes on you, but the mind and the spirit is naked of this body.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? So go. I'm gonna go right back and we'll get something to eat. You don't got no response to that?
What?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say something.
I mean, I really don't have a response to that. I agree. You know, I'm trying to think of other reasons why people may be afraid to be, you know, who they are. It's usually someone said something, or when you were younger, maybe someone said something, or maybe, you know, in your adult life, somebody may have said something, or you did come out and, you know, you're unapologetically you and people just don't receive you. I would say change your circle. You know, those people who are for you, who rock with you, they're going to love the real you. They're going to support the real you. And they're going to call you out when you're not being, you know, who you could be. Because we're not who we were going to be. It's stages to this. It's levels to this. So those people who love you, they're going to accept you where you are, but also link arms with you to help you grow. So it's okay to be naked, as my husband called it, or transparent, or be who you are, but you have to be comfortable with being who you are. You have to know that it's okay. Those quirks, those, you know, things about yourself that, you know, other people may find maybe annoying, or, you know, that may be unusual to some, it's what makes you you. What is going on?
I was looking to get in the camera.
Oh. It's what makes you you. We're all unique. We don't have the same gifts and talents, as I would like to say. We don't all have the same desires. Some of ours may be similar, but yours is unique to you, and what's in your heart, and where you're going, and where you want to go. So,
that makes perfect sense. But also, I believe, you know, sometimes you feel shame. And because we've all had instances in our life where we have gotten naked, whether it be physical or mentally. Because think about it like this, just to make it real. And I'm not going to go X-rated, but this might not be for kids. Think about it like this. If you're in a relationship, committed or not committed, and you with your partner, and you take your clothes off and they give you a look or make you feel a certain way or say something, and you feel ashamed about your body, you're not going to want to be naked around them anymore, right? You know what I'm saying? So if you go share something with a friend, you go share something with your mother, you know, you hear people talking about sharing stories of being molested, being raped, you know, incest, sharing stories of being verbally abused. Like, that's a naked moment. That's a transparent moment.
Right.
And then what happens is someone, they deny you and tell you that your nakedness isn't real. And then that's when you start to close back up. And it's like, and I know why. But once you understand that it's the being naked that helps to free you, to help to grow you. And I know we've all been through that stage in our life where we didn't want to be naked again, and you did it anyway. And you came out on the other side feeling better. And that's why you're able to keep stepping into it. And it's like, why are we afraid of being naked when we know that naked is the only way that we grow? Like, you have to come before God with your word boldly, but also you have to come with a pure heart. You have to come believing. Like, I know faith without works is dead, but if you don't have the faith of a mustard seed, if you coming with God, if you willing, if you can, then you coming with the wrong idea.
Right.
You're not coming naked. You're not coming raw. You're not coming ready to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you show up with your significant other first time to carry over the threshold, you show up naked, ready to go. Like, I got to prove something to you. But when you get with God, you don't show up naked, ready to go. You don't feel like you have anything to prove. You know what I'm saying? You don't feel like you have anything to show him that you're grateful for. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
and I think that's something we grow to. And when you're building a relationship with somebody, there's a a level of trust, and that trust grows over time. So it's no different with God. You or whoever you call them, when you're building that relationship, it takes time to get to a point where you can come to him with boldness, and you call him, this is my dad, and I can go to my dad with anything, and I know he's gonna see me through. And it may not be the answer I want, but I know he's going to give me something. That happens over time as you build trust. And I think that's the same thing with people. Our trust is built over time. You encounter people, you give them a little piece of your truth. Oh, okay, they handled that well. Then you give them a little more. Oh, okay, they seem to be cool. Then you keep on giving them pieces until you're comfortable with giving them your truth, your transparency. It's just something that happens over time.
So it's a quote that says, "The naked truth is always better than someone's best dressed lie."
Absolutely.
But a lot of times we don't want to give our naked truth. We don't want to receive the naked truth because of what we feel like it's going to hurt or what it's going to do to us. And I think that's the way, for me, I think that's the way to personally grow and move forward without, going all around the block. Like, hey, let's just get this out in the open. Let's talk about what you feel in the relationship. When we were younger, and we'll talk about things just physically, you know what I'm saying? No, I don't want to take this off. I don't want to take that off because I said some things to make you feel uncomfortable to be naked. So then we learn later on down the line, I've said some things to make you feel uncomfortable to be naked verbally. You know what I'm saying? But it was when you got by yourself and you got with yourself, you started to look at you, started to love yourself. You start to appreciate yourself. And I think that's the thing we forget. We listen to what somebody else say and we go back to, we don't go back to appreciating ourselves or looking at ourselves in our purest and our rarest form. Like, I think it's something amazing of looking at yourself in your image, disrobe, by yourself in the comfort of your house, your bathroom or whatever. Like, see your blemishes, see your flaws. Because if you can look at you physically, then you can look at you mentally, and you can look into your mind, and you can deal with the childhood. You can deal with the divorce. You can deal with the dropping out of school. You can deal with those things when you are willing to see you for who you are, butt naked in your rawest form, ready to give it to God and ready to move forward. And I think how you do that is you just stop you can hear people, but you don't have to listen to everything that they say. You have
chew the meat and spit out the bones.
Yeah, go on.
Everybody heard that?
Yeah.
You don't have to take everything that a person is saying. You take what you feel is of value, and you just disregard the rest.
That's it. It's gonna be a long day for sleep. I'm hungry now. It's already been a busy day.
Yes.
And we've been out here. She probably tired. She probably want to fuss. We gonna really open this thing up though. So let's get naked. This morning I got up. I went and did Uber. Good day. My wife got up. I don't know what she was thinking, but she cleaned the house. Now day before yesterday, we came in and they was replacing the floor, which wasn't a problem. We put the work order in if it was a little hole or tear in the floor somewhere and they needed to fix it. So they came out, they sent someone out, representative, and they said, we're going to take an estimate. We'll get back with you. Somebody will let you know what's going on. Nobody told us we was about to get after it. Nobody told us they was about to be dun, 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 here I am, like butt naked. Like, I come in the house and all the furniture is pushed into the living room. The floor is ripped up. And the guy's just going to town. He working. He spent his whole day doing it. He did the floor. Floor looked nice. Floor looked good. What they didn't do, though, after they moved all our furniture, food and everything, they ain't put nothing back but the stove and the refrigerator. They left the house covered in dust, and I let my wife take over the nakedness from there. She can tell you how she felt, because that's going to bring out what she really felt, because she felt exposed, like in her rawest moment, how they did her. And sometimes when somebody rip your clothes off of you, they expose your nakedness, you got a choice of which way you going to go. You going to share what you really feel, because like I told her, look, you can hold this in or we can go to the office and talk about it. Y'all done already ripped this thing open, so here we go. But how did that make you feel when somebody exposed you like that when you wasn't looking to be that vulnerable, that naked at the time? How
I
do you
was
deal with that?
upset. I was upset. I felt like someone should have called and give us a heads up, allow us to move our things, because there's a difference of when you give your apartment people permission to come in and they just fixing a sink or changing a light bulb. They don't have to move nothing to do that. But when you're gonna come in and you have to move my things out of where I have them placed, and you don't put any tarps or blankets or nothing down, you just working and dust is everywhere. And I have children, so I was really upset. And I was like, I don't appreciate this. I wish I would have had a heads up. I could have moved my own things and made sure that things were covered. That way I didn't have to spend my whole Saturday, because y'all, I spent my whole Saturday cleaning because it was just dust and this residue from whatever the material they use on everything, on my furniture, on my dishes, on my food. I had to throw away food, and I was upset. I was really upset. I didn't understand why they thought that was okay. And I just think that because you have permission to come in and do work, that there should be some level of, I don't know, there should be some rules about, if it's above and beyond, having to move someone's personal belongings, then I think they should be notified.
That's true.
Give me the opportunity to move my things, cover my things. That way, when the work is done, you don't leave me with a mess that I now have to clean up, And I was upset. I didn't think that was okay at all. So I sent the email to the office and just let them know I appreciated them. I appreciated them coming out expediently, because they didn't hold us up when I put the service request in. It was maybe a week. An estimator came, and then 2 days later, the guy was out here to do the floor. So I thought that was awesome. And I said that. But I said, I'm very disappointed that nobody contacted me, and that, my home was left a mess, and now I have to deep clean on my Saturday, because I wasn't given the courtesy of moving my own things. And I just sent them some pictures. Hey, it's on my furniture. I have to get rid of food now. Like, this was not okay. And I said, mainly I'm writing this email because I want them to know that this was not okay. And hopefully they'll think about that for the next person that they do a floor for, or that they do this type of work for, to just give people a heads up and have, some human decency, or just to have, the common courtesy to let people move their own belongings, for one, and two, to be able to cover their things so that they're not left with a mess at the end. So I can't enjoy the beautiful floor because I spent my whole Saturday scrubbing down, my living room and my kitchen.
You can enjoy it. Go ahead. I'll let you finish. Go ahead.
I couldn't enjoy my Saturday or the beautiful floor because I spent it, I have to wipe down tables before my daughter can eat anything on it. And our dishes are covered in this stuff. Like, I'm throwing away stuff, and I'm just like, okay. Spring cleaning came early. It wasn't what I had in mind for my Saturday. My last day of work was yesterday. I just wanted to relax today, and yeah, I did none of that. So, talk about being naked. I was honest about how I felt. I didn't say anything, belittling about the company. I thanked them for being, on top of things, but at the same time, I wanted them to know that I felt that, the way it was handled was not okay. And mainly because I don't want anyone else to have to go through, what I went through. I think it can be a situation where they can learn from it, and maybe next time just think about it differently, because a lot of times we think that our feelings are universal, and the way I look at things is not the way that everyone else looks at things. So perhaps this young gal or this person who did the floor didn't really think about, what the homeowner was going to have to, or what the renter was going to have to do once his work was done. But I believe in customer service, you have to see the beginning from the end. You have to think about all of that when you're dealing. I've been in customer service for, over 20 years. And in some instances, you have to think about the beginning from the end. And you want to provide a service, and you want to do it with excellency. And so I just hope I can help. I'm not trying to get anybody in trouble, and I wasn't trying to be, like the renter from, where. But at the same time, I hope
No, we
that it
don't
was
know where. Tell us where.
I hope that it was a learning experience that maybe the next person won't have to deep clean they house on a Saturday because, they put in a service request and now they paying for it. So, I don't believe that, this person did this intentionally to me because he doesn't know me personally. But at the same time, constructive criticism is good if you accept it.
I'm not sure.
It can be good.
Oh, are you talking about with the email you sent them?
Yeah.
Was that your constructive criticism, letting them know I'm appreciative for what you've done, but at the same time, this could be done?
Yes.
Yeah, it could.
Because I felt like I wasn't nasty. I felt like I was just letting them know how things turned out for me. And that's like I told Ethan. I still plan on paying my whole rent because I know people who will hold back their rent because things ain't going the way they supposed to. Now, if they say they want to accommodate me in some type of way, cool. But honestly, y'all, I just wanted them to know what happened and prevent it from happening to someone else. I mean, like I said, I don't take it personal. This person didn't know me, and I don't know what he knows. I can say all day long this is common sense, but my common sense may not be his common sense, and he probably was just thinking I want to get the job done. But again, I have all these years of customer service experience, so I see things differently. I don't know this guy's background.
Here's the thing. This guy, I have no idea who moved the furniture, who took the clothes off the thing.
Right.
This guy was in here by himself.
Right.
By himself doing the floor. Wasn't no maintenance or nothing. So if he's a contractor and maintenance pushed all the furniture up and he did his work, he probably wouldn't know him. I really don't know.
I don't either.
Because you don't know. And so you waiting on the apartment complex for somebody to contact you back. And 9 times out of 10, they never contact you back and say what you want to say or hear what you don't hear what you want to hear most of the time, unfortunately. But it's the thing, even though somebody else exposed you and made you naked and you may have been uncomfortable with that, the way they left your place, you feel like exposed. They got my food out here, you just got stuff out here. You got me showing stuff that I ain't want to show. If you would have allowed me to clean it up, then I'd have been a little bit more comfortable. Not clean it up, but organize it the way I want to do it. But also, you took that. After you decided to stop being mad, you just said, all right, well, maybe this is spring cleaning. So it's not that your Saturday is still bad or you couldn't enjoy it or whatever. You did exactly what was supposed to happen. And it's like, this happened. I'm exposed. I'm naked. I'm out here now. So what am I going to do? Am I going to tuck and cover up? Now, you see me now. Here I am. I'm about to just go and do this. I'm about to knock it out. I'm about to go ahead, walk happily and boldly in my place that's dusty and still clean it because it's mine. And you right. You got every right to be upset and disappointed and feel like, why y'all just do that to me? And unfortunately, a lot of times for us, when that happens to us, when somebody just come rip something away from you or just tear something off of you, they don't come back to put it back on you. They don't come back to clean it up. And a lot of times when they do something to you, you ask them about it like, oh, I ain't know it bothered you. I didn't think it was that bad. Oh, so you just gonna just throw my stuff and move it all around and that ain't cool? Right. And so my thinking and my thought process is if people gonna attempt to treat you that way, they not thinking about their feelings. It's like the Eminem 8 Mile battle. I'm gonna get naked before you attempt to take all my clothes off of me forcefully. I'm going to free myself before you attempt to control my mind forcefully. I'm going to put it all out there and deal with myself. I'm not going to be ashamed of who I am. I'm not going to be ashamed of who he called me to be. And I'm not going to let you steal my joy because you thought you had me out here bold. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Fat, I'm naked. Skinny, I'm naked. Healthy, I'm naked. Unhealthy, I'm naked. In my mind, I'm naked. Butt naked in my sleeping bag. I'm naked. I'm not afraid to be under the light because the light exposes blemishes. Nakedness exposes blemishes. But when you expose those blemishes, then you can heal those blemishes. You can heal those wounds when you talk about those things that you're afraid to show. I could heal that wound when I was real about taking my clothes off to the world, talking about dropping out of high school, leaving my wife. See, being naked ain't about what people gonna say and point fingers and talking about say you like this, say you like that, nipple placement here, hair there. Who cares? Who cares? If you're so worried about what people say about you, you'll be covered all your life. Not just physically, but you'll be covered in your mind. And you might be covered with the wrong thing. Because if you're not covered with the God's word, not just his word, but a relationship, then what are you really covered with? You're not really, I don't believe a person is really true to them if you afraid to be naked for you. You know, not anybody else, for you. If you can't look in the mirror and be real with you before you get on this camera and go to the world, then how can the person say they truly want to move forward? Like, some people might rip your clothes off you. God might rip your clothes off of you. He might have did this to see how you was going to react. Oh, you say you ready to help people and do something, but when somebody do something that you don't like, you really expose a different part of nakedness. I see your dirty, nasty, low-down weed about to get with it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, whoa, pineapples, ease me into this thing. Like, I like it, but hold on, ease me into it. And sometimes when God do stuff, we just jump right off the deep end. We get right into that thing, expose who we are, all our flaws, all our anger, all that stuff that's built up because we was afraid to be naked and transparent with God, naked and transparent with our spouse, naked and transparent with our children, naked and transparent with our family, our job. And you wonder why your life is suffering. If you're afraid to be naked with yourself, if you're afraid to talk real to yourself, how you going to talk real to anybody else? How you gonna move forward with anybody else if you're afraid to be real with yourself? I just don't get that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's a part of being naked. It's not about just laying down. And it's so funny. Ooh. We care so little about our bodies. People quick to get naked. One night stands, two night stands, a couple weeks. Ooh, girl, he the one. Boy, she the one. We quick to just show ourselves and give our good years away. Let you put plenty miles on this thing. Plenty miles on our mind. But then when it's time to talk to somebody in a real relationship, when it's time to have a real job, when it's time to really get naked in a way that's going to benefit you, you want to keep all your clothes on. You want to keep all your clothes on, but when it's time to just physically take this ish off and just get to it, you all with that. But when it's time to take this off, when it's time to peel back and look inside of here for you, see who you are, get naked with yourself and get naked with God, now you want to put your clothes on, now you want to talk about success, now you want to talk about you really going in. You ain't going in nowhere if you ain't going in here first. So I don't understand why we so afraid to be naked in our mind, but we'll give up our body and say we care about ourselves. I don't get that. I'm gonna eat some pizza. You go ahead.
That's deep. That's really deep. Because we use those things to hide, like you said. Our status in our job, our financial status, the relationship, all those things are things we hide behind, and we value ourselves based on things instead of, personality traits. Are you kind? Are you loving? Are you a helping person that likes to help? Are you a giver? Judge yourself based on character traits and not the things that you have, because your things can be here today and they can be gone tomorrow. Does that mean that you're still not valuable? Does it mean that you still, aren't worthy of, respect and love? Not, that doesn't mean that, because you're still worthy of love and respect right where you are. Yeah, it's nice to have things, but don't let the things have you, and don't let them define who you are. You still great whether you have MBA, ABC, EFG behind your name. But some people think that, if I have my doctorates, my masters, my bachelors, that makes me, a great person. I mean, it makes you an educated person, but before you had it, you were still great. You were still God's masterpiece. So sometimes we see ourselves in accomplishments and achievements and not for who we really are. We don't work on the things that matter most. Are you a giver? Like I said, those are things that matter most. You want to be around people who are givers. You want to be around people who are kind. You want to be around, honest and transparent people. And you have to learn how to, see yourself and accept yourself for that.
Hey, Miss Smith. Hey, old man. Hey,
Hey,
Sutton.
Sutton.
Did you find somewhere to get your wife haircut out there in Conroe? If not, let me know. I got a Leatherman and a Gerber. I'll come over there, get it right. Nice little something for Christmas. Anyhow, but yeah,
sometimes we measure, our value based on what we have.
See, the appearance that we see, but we don't see who we really are, because I think if we did lie around and
be around Mr. and Mrs. Smith, that's pretty sweet. Be around Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I was saying you should be okay.
What did you? I was talking about cutting his wife's hair, so I don't know what you were saying.
Oh,
you looking like the plane is gone, but I don't even know we on the runway. Okay. No, it's not okay, because I don't know. I was talking about his wife's haircut, so shoot, naked. I'm gonna say what I feel. I'm gonna expose myself. You just not gonna be sitting over there like I'm the elephant in the room. Oh, he the only one with his clothes on. No. Anyhow, people think it's weird that people go to nudist colonies and things like that. And I don't know if it's about just the sexual thing that people go here. I've never been. I don't know what it's about. But I often admire them. You know what I'm saying? I often admire them because, again, being naked in the physical form is a difficult thing to do, especially if you're not shaped or chiseled like a Greek Adonis or feeling like that. If you're a woman, you're not snatched like some, I don't know what age group, 18 to 25, 30-year-old, however people look at it, because women know when they see whoever be on that, like men see young man who feel like he's still strong, whatever, you like, boy, back in my day, I remember, you know what I'm saying? And I know women deal with that, because men, they say older men go looking at the younger women, so women got to be like, oh my God, and she don't want to see herself next to that other young lady naked, because she remember what her body used to look like naked, but she don't understand that God has matured her body and it's just this sexy, just like her mind. What?
Son say he's shaped like a jelly donut.
Hey, now, jelly donuts is something in the center. As long as your wife like it to eat jelly donuts, you good.
Right.
That's all that count, man.
Indeed.
And it's like, even with that being however you shape, like how you shaped in your mind. Like, if you can't accept me for all this that's on camera, like she know, you might as well jump off. Because I have to be free. I don't know no other way but to be free, or else I'm not going to be able to do this. If I got to lie, it's not going to be natural. If I can't be transparent, it's not going to be natural. If I can't be naked, not that I'm finna jump out here like dun 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 dun, I can't be natural. Like, comfort and who you are, physically naked, in the light, mentally naked, in the light, being comfortable with who you are and where you're going is the true growth in life. Sit back in the military day.
When you're in the military and you working out and you chisel, you come home and you like.
Sure. I'm still there. Don't pay that no mind. I can sit a piece on there right now. So let me see. Sit a pizza on there. I ain't afraid though. I get that in shape in no time. But when you believe in who you are and what you called to do, you're not afraid to take your clothes off. I put it to you, blew my mind when I joined, switched to the Texas National Guard. And some of y'all know this. I had a squad leader. Shout out to who you is. You know what I'm saying? The leader of the pack, 2-3 dirty third back in the day. You know who you is, man. He would come up to you straight out the shower, butt naked, and want to hold a meet and have a conversation. I'm like, yo, you naked, like butt booty naked and flip flops, like naked, grown man.
Wow.
Not afraid to expose himself. You know what I'm saying? Not like that he was trying to be rude. He's just like, yo, this it. Y'all not finna make me feel no type of way. And that's how I feel with speaking. When I hear Eric Thomas, when I hear Les Brown, when you hear T.D. Jakes, Tyler Perry, Steve Harvey, when they tell some of these stories It's really about being free, being okay enough to say, look, this is me. I am so free. I'm so naked. You gonna feel uncomfortable with my nakedness, but I'm gonna be all right because in me he created a king, and you he created a king, and you he created a queen. Naked you came, naked you shall go. Free of what this world tells you, free of what your parents tells you, free of what your spouse tells you. But in order to really be free, you got to be able to get naked for you first. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
That makes sense. What's
Yeah.
something talking about? Old boss. Oh yeah, I
And
wasn't
he
talking
said
about
he's
old.
the perfect shape, aka round is a shout.
It was a shout. Oh, you know what? I just shouted and it was like a oh. I can't with you today, Sutton. Not today, Sutton. Absolutely.
Indeed. Sutton says women and men love confidence no matter what shape you are.
And I
Absolutely.
think, again, what's me talking about being naked is not about you just being physically naked. In order for you to have confidence, you have to be mentally naked. You have to strip what people say. You got to believe you. You got to love you. You got to know just being you is enough. You got to promote yourself and sell yourself and push yourself. Confidence carries you so much further than your looks or your money could ever take you. But you don't get confident if you afraid to be naked.
Right.
You don't get it's like Biggie Smalls said back in the day, black and ugly as ever. However, I stay coochie down to the socks. It don't get no more naked than that. What you gonna tell me? I'm ugly? You gonna tell me I'm black? You gonna tell me I'm fat? You gonna tell me I'm not the smartest right now? I done already got naked. I done already been on the big screen. Y'all done already seen me.
Right.
I done been kicked out of school. I done been divorced. I done quit the military. You done already seen me naked, so why not take my clothes off myself and do this and feed my baby like I said earlier and birth my gift and just get naked and get exposed and be transparent with this thing and take it and drive it somewhere. See, you can use nakedness to your advantage. Physically naked, somebody gonna love you and want you. Mentally naked, God still gonna love you and want you. But if you afraid to be naked with yourself, man, you gonna be clothed in your mind forever, stuck in the matrix. What's Sutton say?
Oh, I get it, Sutton. It should have said I'm a perfect shape, aka round is a shape.
I know that. Yeah.
Oh. It's,
You notice more what?
you notice more people together and sit and think, why is she or he with her or him? Yes. Yes.
I'm not confident though. Man, come on now.
As he eating pizza.
Come on now. Everybody know old Sarge is competitive and I'm confident. Anything I put my mind to, I'm gonna win. I'm gonna knock it down. I'm gonna nail it. Even with a piece in my mouth, I know I probably shouldn't be talking, but I'm doing it anyway.
What is he saying?
This piece of dry. It's like the cracker challenge on the MRE.
Oh, have y'all done the cracker challenge with the MREs? Oh man.
She ain't do it. I let
I
her see
ain't do
somebody
it.
do
Yeah,
it,
somebody else was doing it. I've had the crackers, so I wouldn't even take the challenge. I'm like, that ain't even. I'm not gonna win that. I've had the crackers. And I try to put cheese on it, peanut butter on it. No,
That's life though.
I wouldn't even accept that challenge. I'm good.
You try to put a t-shirt on it. You put a bra on. You put some underwear on. You put some pants on, some socks, some shoes, a hat. You just cover up all your nakedness. You put a degree on your naked mind. You put a nice marriage or so you say on your mind. You put a 700 series Benz BMW. You put muscles on top of muscles on your naked body. On your mind, but you never for once expose that little boy or that little girl that's been touched, that little boy or that little girl that's been assaulted, that little boy, that little girl that's a grown man or a grown woman now and still afraid to look at themselves naked in the mirror. Come on, man. You put clothes on everything. When you clothe in something, you covering it up. When you clothe in your mind, you covering it up. You can't hear what he's saying to you. You can't hear what he's calling you to do. You can't hear when you are covered up with what she say, what he say, what your mama say, what your daddy say. You got to be free. You got to expose this thing called life. You got to expose your mind to something greater than the life you see in front of you. You got to be willing to get yourself prostrated out, lay straight out, get naked before the Lord, get naked before the universe, get naked before who you need to get naked with. What's up, Mike? Get naked with, don't take this the wrong way, get naked with your kids. What do I mean by that? Share some of your stories. Share some of the things that you've been through. Don't just tell them you know better because you've been here longer. Share what you've been through. It helps them to be naked with you.
Yes.
Then we all win. And now it's really kumbaya, my lord. It's good. I couldn't say what I wanted to say, but it's good. It's good. It's good. Why are we so afraid to be naked? Because usually when you get naked, you grown talk, kids plug your ears, you get grown talk naked, you grown when you get naked, you looking for a good time. You looking to, hey, I take my clothes off, this is going to be worth it. When I take this hat off, when I expose this stuff on this camera, when I share my feelings, when I share my heart, when I talk about my stories and the things I did, I tell myself this is going to be worth it. I'm about to get naked for God on this camera. I'm about to get naked and hopefully he used me to bless somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, people. We talking about being free. Free your mind and the rest will follow. What's Sutton say?
What made you start talking about being naked?
What made me start talking about being naked? I was riding this morning. I was listening to my inspiration while I was doing some Uber Eats, and God really just put it on my heart. Are you afraid to talk about what's on your heart? Because I feel like after the car got repossessed a couple weeks back, I wasn't really talking about stuff. I was scared to expose stuff. And he was like, yo, naked you came, naked you gonna go. I called you for a reason. So I knew if I could say something like, why we so afraid to be naked, people will be thinking about sexual. Oh, he gonna go there. You got to say something to grab people's mind. You know, and if I talked about being naked, I can explain about releasing your mind and really getting naked and transparent and transforming your life.
Right.
Is that it?
So it's a play on words.
No, I'm gonna get naked later if I can. If I get lucky. No, yeah. It's a play on words. Well, I do what I can. I'm about to get it hot up in here. Swinging and banging. You know what I'm saying?
This message was not brought to you by Mr. P.I.E.N. LLC.
This message was definitely brought to you by Mr. P.I.E.N. and the good people at Mr. P.I.E.N. LLC. If you know like I know, be free, get naked with me. But yes. Husbands, go home and get naked with your wife. Wife, go home and get naked with your husband. If you want a successful marriage, what else you gonna do? Like, let's be real with this thing. What we gonna get together for if we not gonna really, tear this thing apart and see how God wants us to grow? If we can't put behind us where we came from or talk about where we came from, what's bothering us, if I can't expose my deepest, darkest feelings or emotions and secrets with you, if I can't be naked with you, what we doing?
Yeah.
Any religion or whatever you part of, if you can't be naked with that thing personally and feel comfortable, what you doing? Any job that you at where you can't be naked and talk about your dreams, your visions, and how you want to grow, like go into a job and be real. No, I ain't got 15, 20 years for you. You might get 3 months. You might get 9 months, but when I'm there, you're going to get the best 9. Because
Yes.
I have a plan and a mission to go further. That's naked to me.
Yes.
That's free thinking. That's like I'm willing to be exposed in myself. You can't get naked in your mind, but you can get naked in your body and get that up so easily. Why? Because you could put clothes back on and can't nobody see your scars. Y'all afraid to share y'all scars, and if you're afraid to share your scars, then you really just going to God begging for something, but you don't want to give nothing in return. That's like saying, bless me today and I won't drink no more. Yes, you will. When you sober again. So if you're going to go show God a nipple today, you're going to show a little leg, a little chest today to get what you want, he know you're going to keep coming back doing the same thing. You don't really want to get free. You don't want to bare your soul. You don't want to release yourself. You don't want to let go of the hurt. You don't want to let go of the pain. You need to have a funeral. You need to bury the doubt. You need to bury the fear. You need to talk about being free, being naked. You need to choose life, and getting naked is choosing life, not just naked physically. You don't go in the shower with clothes on. Most of the time you don't. Now if you want to get clean, you don't go in the shower with clothes on and put the soap on top of it. So why you gonna go to God with clothes on and then just put the oil on top and think it's gonna get all on you? You just putting it on your clothes. That's a waste of good oil. I could have made some eggs.
Eggs? You talking about eggs?
That chicken gave it all up. Got naked. Damn, Miss.
I think Mrs. Smith trying to hit something.
Hey, man. Hey, I'm just saying, if people thought more about it, then they talked about it more. If we communicated about it more, if you married from the physical nakedness to the spiritual, mental, emotional nakedness. If you got children, the same way. Not the naked part with the kids. But spiritually, mentally, and emotionally. We pour so much into them, but we don't want to pour the truth. We don't want to pour transparency. We don't want to pour real life. We want to pour stuff on the top. You want to take off the top and leave on the bottoms. No, I need all mine. I need it all mine, okay? And God is saying, bring it all to me. Give it all to me. I need all mine. I know what I created you to do. I know what you're supposed to do. Naked you came, naked you shall go. So be free, let it go. Promote yourself, sell yourself, push yourself. Man, boy, girl, look at me. I look good out here with nothing on. Man, boy, girl, look at me. I look good out here telling my story, telling my facts. It's a lesson in my story. It's a blessing for somebody else. But if I was afraid of what y'all was going to say about me for me taking my clothes off, I would never talk about me. I would keep my clothes on. And me keeping my clothes on might stop somebody else from taking their clothes off and freeing them. I know. Yeah, I went there. Everybody else could talk about crazy stuff and have crazy titles. I want to hit you where it hurt. I want you to go home and tell your wife, your husband, we about to get naked today. We about to get naked every day from here on out. Because if we really want this relationship to grow, if we want to go to the next level, we not finna build no business together as a husband and wife, power team, couple, and duo and make all this money and inspire the world and transform lives if we ain't getting naked right here.
Right.
I don't want to be telling to nobody, get naked and give it all to your husband. Like, tell him everything you feel, cry out, and then my wife at home mad at me.
Right.
No, I'm not on that. So if you're not afraid to get naked with your significant other at home, if you're not afraid to get naked with God first as a man or a woman, if you're not afraid to get naked with God first, you really don't have a right to be in a relationship talking about you love somebody and you want to move forward. You don't love you because you won't take your clothes off for you.
Right.
I don't love me if I won't take my clothes off to me and look at me for all my flaws and my blemishes. But when you do that, you see the greatness that's created in you. There will never be another you. Your identical twin ain't identical to you. Mm-hmm. So you and your identical twin can be naked next to each other and still be different. Yeah. Their story ain't your story. Take it off. Free yourself. Let it go. Drop them clothes to the floor. Let it go. Rip it off. Let it go. Swim in your freedom. This is, look at, see. No need to lie and let them be surprised. Be honest and let that be a surprise.
Yeah.
Right? That's a shame. We got to say let your honesty be a surprise. But yes, say what you mean and mean what you say, man. Don't be afraid to take it all off. Let it go. I swear it'll free your life. It'll bless you.
Indeed.
You know, I mean.
Because how disappointing is it when you meet someone's representative and then later on down the line you meet the real them. Ooh.
And you done gave me all of you tonight. Give me you got it all. Let it go. Just let it go. Just let it all go. They just gave it all up. Got naked on the first day before y'all even got right in y'all mind, man.
Yeah, that's very disappointing.
It's very disappointing.
And you feel like you got sideswiped. You're like, really? You had just told me that from the beginning.
But who gonna tell you that? And you know who tells you though? You tell you. we don't take responsibility because our body gives us signals. It sends us signs. When we get a little naked, like, nah, this ain't the right one to, to do this. Well, they sound good. They look nice. I feel like, don't cast your pearls among swine. I don't know if it fit, but I'm using it. People use all the time if scripture don't fit. My turn. Teed out. I know, right? Don't do two wrongs, don't make it right. But I wanted to make a joke, make it funny. But here we go. You'll get my point. Don't cast it among swine, meaning your body tells you if this not good for you. Don't do this. Run away. Back up. And then you do it and we want to blame the person. No, if you was free with you, if you was naked with you, when you seen it, you like, nah, I don't like that. We don't match. We unequally yoked.
Yeah.
You tall, I'm short, we don't lay down together. I don't know. Whatever you gotta tell to abort the mission, you abort the mission.
Yes.
Whatever you have to tell yourself to abort the mission and stay free, so as Sutton said earlier, you don't have to lie. You don't have to say this not is you, is me, it's not working out. No, it's really me. This not good. And when you move on that way, when you become naked and you be free and you move on throughout life, you are that much willing to expose more and more and more and more of your life. You expose at your level. All I'm saying to you is don't be afraid to take it off. Because if you want to grow, you got to take it off and let it go. Got to let it out. Yeah.
I was just thinking about
taking it off.
Red flags. Red flags. And how you were saying that, when you get those feelings, people always say something told me, and we don't listen to that something telling us. And we see the red flags and we like, no, they got the potential to be, everything I want them to be. But like, no, you have to see what you see in front of you and make the decision from there.
Here's what I challenge you to do. I want you to get up when you go get in the shower tonight or in the morning. And when you see yourself naked, the next time you see yourself, you look in the mirror and you tell yourself, I love myself just the way I am, whatever shape I may be in. And as you continue to tell yourself, I am loved, I am valuable, I am a masterpiece. I am loved, I am valuable, I am a masterpiece. I want you to say that so much till you get naked in your mind to where you start thinking about, I dropped out of high school and people said I wasn't going to make it. I need you to follow up with, I am loved, I am valuable, I am a masterpiece. My husband walked out on me. He left me for another woman. I am loved. I am valuable. I am a masterpiece. My job let me go. They said I was stealing boxes on my day off. Okay? I am loved. I am valuable. I am a masterpiece. Naked I came. Naked I shall go. Free your mind and the rest will follow. In Vogue said it. But you got to believe it. And it starts by being okay with being naked, man. It starts out with being okay with being naked. It's not always comfortable the first time around when you start being naked, when you start exposing yourself in front of everybody else. It's not going to feel good. It's not going to feel good. It's going to be a little cold. You're going to feel like they got the air on and everything else probably. It's going to feel that way. But the more you get out there in that nakedness, the more you get out there in those elements, the more you get out there in that environment, the more your body starts to adapt and overcome. It's amazing what the mind and the body can adapt and overcome as long as you continue to feed it. So the more I get naked on this camera, the more I get out here and I talk about my madness, the more I expose what the enemy try to use to hold me back, the freer I become. And then you know what's crazy? Other people start to accept your nakedness just like you do.
Absolutely. Like I said earlier, you just have to be around those people who are okay with you being authentically you. They're out there.
That's part of self-care, man. That's the definition of self-care, of believing in yourself and surrounding yourself with people who believe in you and who's not going to tell you what you cannot do. But in order for you to be naked, you got to go to a nudist beach. You're like, what?
Yeah,
earlier I talked about a nudist colony and why people go there, and I didn't understand it. And some people probably feel uncomfortable because it's supposed to be naked, physical, naked people there, right? You just said you got to surround yourself with people. You got to go to a nudist beach. You got to get into an environment where people are uncapped, unclothed, open-minded, and they naked. See, y'all mind is so in the gutter when I say naked, all they can think of is nudist beach. Oh my God, here we go.
Yes.
Yeah, nudist beach. Go to dreamers, go to visionaries, go to imaginate, go to people with an imagination, go to the shit starters. You know what I'm saying? The people that's really willing to go after what you believe you want. You gotta get with people that's naked. Because if you get with people that's got their clothes on, that's in the rat race, that's chasing life instead of building a life by being free and being you. That's how you get to the life you want, man. You got to find your group. You got to find your nudist colony, man.
Yes.
Because they out there. Every nudist colony ain't for you, though. Some people that's naked is too free thinking. Some people that's naked is not free thinking enough. But you got to kind of put your toe in stuff. You got to kind of put it out there where you feel comfortable at or what you comfortable with. Your naked ain't going to be my level of naked. I'm all the way out there. I'm over the toes now, so hey, it's a wrap. That's an inside thing. The toes, socks on. You know what I'm talking about. Socks on, okay? So, man, once you get past that point of not being ashamed to exposing your blemishes, your nakedness, your mind, and your stories and your tragedies, once you understand that your nakedness and your stories is a part of God's glory, man, and it is okay to JBY and just be you, to free you. Free your mind, and the rest will follow, man. I dare you to frozen that thing and let it go. Let it go. Yeah, I know. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
Our son.
Yeah, that's naked, though. That's naked right there. Most of y'all ain't willing to do that because somebody gonna talk about you and say you can't sing. I want you to say something. That mean I know you listening. And hopefully you hear me telling you, take it off. Take it off. Like we used to say back in the day, you was on the dance floor. Take it off.
Oh, yeah.
Take it off. You know what that meant. I need you to take it off. Peel cap back blue. Like, take it off. Give it to God. Give it to you. Look in the mirror. I am loved. I am valuable. I am a masterpiece. I love me naked with all my blemishes, my stab wounds, my scars, my bullet wounds, my C-section wounds, all my wounds. I love me naked that my husband walked out. My mother told me I wasn't going to make it. The school counted me out. The army said I wasn't no good. I love me naked because naked I came and naked I shall go. As long as I keep going, I eventually can find something to clothe me. Then I can cover the parts of me that I don't want you to see, but be comfortable enough with exposing me. Go ahead, get naked with your boy today, man. I swear to change your life. Now that was brought to you by Mr. P.I.E.N. and the good people of Mr. P.I.E.N. LLC. You can take that, put it in your cup, snap back, okay? No. Well, I'm comfortable because I shit with the door open with my wife.
No comment.
Well, y'all guess. Yes, you are, son. That makes two of us, brother. No peace in the Smith household. Yo, cats, dogs, everybody feel like the bathroom is an open place to be. Get naked and talk about what's going on in your life.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think that's about all I got, man. How do you do it, though? How do you go from being so clothed to being free? You start taking it off one little piece at a time. It's like spin the bottle. You got to take off a sock. You know, if you're going to play a game, you going to your significant other house, you might be the first time. They might try to slick you. You know, you wear some extra clothes. It ain't even winter, but you dressed in layers. Like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you got jogging pants and pants on? Like, really? It's 74 degrees. Like, you got toe socks and footies? Like, for real? Like, what I'm saying. You got to start to take it off a little bit at a time. You know what I'm saying? You got to take it off a little bit at a time. You got to ease your way into your nakedness, and you might have to ease some people into your nakedness. Anybody that knows me from back in the day, forever, I've been naked for a long time with some stuff. So I didn't go real depth and give you a lot, but I went breadth. I went wide and showed you some of my nakedness, from the school to the mother to the wife, you know. Start taking it off little by little. And as you take it off, man, tell yourself it's okay. Who I am, just being me. Like, no matter what others may think about you, know that you are enough just being you, who you are. Promote yourself, sell yourself, push yourself. Hey, I like me. I like how I'm doing things. I like what I see. Push yourself to work harder. Push yourself to do more. Push yourself to be together. That's what I say, son. Leave all the lights on. Get naked, man. Leave all the lights on. Get it out in the open. Get it exposed. Be, as you said, Sutton, be proud. Like, you with somebody. You sharing life. God gave you life. You with God. You got a relationship with Buddha, Allah, the universe, whatever you choose to call it. But if you're not free with who you in a relationship with, if you're not naked, how do you expect that thing to grow?
Right.
So after you start peeling back little layers, as they say, as you peel an onion, you gonna cry. But the more you smell that onion, the stronger your senses get. The easier it is to take in. The more you become comfortable with being naked. When you become naked, you become the greatest version of yourself. You don't hear Eric Thomas talking about changing his style up for nobody. You don't hear LeBron talking about changing his style up for nobody. You ain't hear Kobe Bryant talking about changing their style up. You ain't hear Floyd Mayweather. Barack Obama stayed cool. Trump ain't even raising his style up. Those are people that's naked in their mind. I don't care what you thinking about me. I know who I am. What's going on, T. Brazier? So until you ready to get naked and release your mind to truly release your life, how can you say you want to have a good life? You got to get naked. I'm telling you. Y'all done been naked before. Sometimes you didn't got naked when you was naked with the wrong person. Mm-hmm. I like your old Uncle Leroy. No offense to Uncle Leroy's out there. Mm-hmm. You know, I done been naked out there time to do one thing, called me with my pants down. They thought they had me, man. They thought they exposed me, you know. I had child support issues. People try to expose you, man. I had cars repossessed. People try to expose you. I walked out. People try to expose you. You don't cut the mustard in somebody's life. People try to expose you. But God says a good man falls 7 times and rise back up again. And sometimes that man's pants is probably around his ankle. Them pants probably fell down, but he get back up. You didn't see the people running in the street. They just getting chased by the police. They butt out. They getting it. You know, they don't want to be naked. They don't want to be exposed. So I'm saying, man, don't be that person running around from everybody scared to expose yourself. Stop, turn around, and put your moon on and say, this is me. Take me as I am. I'm going to free my mind and the rest will follow, man. I'm going to let y'all go unless y'all going to talk to Kiki some more. Because I'm going to go get something to eat because I'm tired.
You need some new batteries or what happened? What?
It's been a day, man. I've been going to bed late, waking up early. And I feel like I'm finally getting back in my flow. I'm getting back in my nakedness. My computer is acting up. So it's time to go. It's been acting crazy. God has blessed us to get this message out. The enemy tried to stop it. He didn't want me to expose myself. But myself gave a piece of myself to bless yourself. Hopefully it helped yourself. Hopefully this motivation and inspiration was something to free and relax your mind as if you are on a vacation. Wherever that may be, don't take no clothes. Get naked, man. It's your boy Ethan Smith, a.k.a. Mr. P. Kiki. Kiki. We out. If they don't like what they see, then maybe it's not meant to be. Absolutely. Chuck these. As I used to say, cut out. It's a wrap.